It's the Big Three.
The Big Three.
On Hard Facts.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Hello, Lagos. Welcome to Hard Facts 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station, and we're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Victoria Island, Lagos. My name is Marianne Okon, and this is Hard Facts. I know that it's been a very wet day, but I don't care. I love it when it rains. I did a little bit of snuggle under the sheets before I got here because I needed that 1 minute, you know when it rains and you need to go to work, but you just want to take that little nap. You like it when you hear the sound of the rain on the roof. It's very therapeutic. I don't know about you, but I love it when it rains. When I was a kid, in fact, even until I was in uni, I used to still play in the rain. Yeah, that's a hard fact. Welcome to the show, Lagos. As usual, we start off the show with the big three top stories. Today we've got more, and later on we'll be going into Community U Report. Yes, where we get to find out what's happening in your community. You are the reporter. I'm just the scribe, and of course I try as much as possible to create the platform for these issues to be raised, and then we try to get action from the people who are supposed to make things happen. Yes, that's what it is. And later on the Big Hard Facts, yesterday we did have a spokesperson for the BVAs campaign organization. Today we have someone from the Atiku Abubakar campaign organization to speak again on the PDP's position or stand on that verdict that came from the Presidential Election Tribunal in Abuja. That was last week. That was Wednesday. Yes, the 6th of September. So we will have a guest on that hour to talk about the PDP's position and what next for the party. Even though the PDP had put it on, made it public that they were going to pursue this case to the latter. There are a lot of other issues that need to be raised on this one. But hey, that's for 5 o'clock till 6 p.m. But now let's look at the big three stories and more on this hour. Once again, welcome to Hard Facts.
This is Hard Facts.
All right, well, let's look at our big three stories this morning or this afternoon. Gosh, what's happening? It's the weather. Tinubu special investigator faults CBN audited reports. Yes. Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria may be asked to withdraw its audited annual financial reports, which were released last month, according to the findings by the Punch newspaper. Now, this came after a team of investigators who were investigating the bank discovered discrepancies and irregularities in the financial accounts. In August, the CBN released its financial accounts for the year 2016 to 2022 amid the ongoing probe of the financial services sector regulator by a special investigator appointed by President Bola Tinubu. Now, the president had on July 28 appointed a former chief executive officer of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, Jim Obazi, as special investigator to probe the activities of the Apex Bank under its suspended governor, Godwin Emefiele. Aside from the CBN, the special investigator is also investigating, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, the FRC, and other government businesses. But right now, CBN is the one that the president is looking at directly right now. The president, in a letter which he personally signed, said the move was in continuation of government's anti-corruption fight. There you got it. And my question today is, a lot of people have asked for the CBN to get a shake up. I beg your pardon. That's what's going on with my English today. So my question today is the CBN due for that shake up that we've been advocating for, or is this another witch hunt? Remember, many people have also criticized how Mr. President has gone about the issue of Emefiele, but then there are those who also applaud it and say it's about time. So where do you stand? Let's move on to another story quickly. I will just read them, and then, of course, later on I'll be giving you more and more details. Now, for us, the first story that broke about Mr. President's visit to the United Arab Emirates, it was the applauded, move of, according to Ajurin Gilali, that there was a lift on that ban for traveling to Dubai from Nigeria. That is the story that we've been running. But then the UAE also put out their own report, or rather statement. And now it's got a lot of people asking questions. So now I'm forced to read this story. The United Arab Emirates, according to their statement, did not make any comments. They were very silent on lifting the visa ban imposed on Nigerian travelers in its statement during that meeting. Now, this is from the Daily Trust newspaper. The Daily Trust is saying that the United Arab Emirates did not make any comment on lifting that visa ban imposed on Nigerian travelers in its statement on the meeting with Mr. President and their president, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. And I had with, now they're saying, contrary to what we have heard Ajirin Gilali put out as something that was agreed during that meeting with Mr. President and the leader of the Arab Emirates, that this is not true. Daily Trust newspaper reported how the president, went to Dubai from India after he attended the G20 summit. Now, in a statement on Monday, Ajirin Gilali announced that the meeting with the UAE authorities was fruitful. According to Gilali, disputes on the visa ban slammed on Nigerian travelers 10 months ago. Suspension of Etihad and Emirates flights were resolved at that meeting. But then, this historic agreement, according to Ajirin Gilali, said that both Etihad Airlines and Emirates Airlines are immediately to resume flight schedules into and out of Nigeria without any further delay. Now, the Emirates news agency, the official news agency of the UAE, reported that during that meeting, which took place at Qasr Al Shati in Abu Dhabi, I beg your pardon, Nahyan renewed his congratulations to President Tinubu on assuming his presidency and wished him success in leading Nigeria and its people to further progress and prosperity. But there was no mention whatsoever on that issue of the visa ban. So the question is, what do we believe? Should we believe what Ajuri said? Because again, Ajuri had been quizzed earlier today and he did not necessarily say yes or no. So what do we believe? 0700 993 993 993 0700 993 993 993. These are the numbers for you to call, join the conversation. The biggest story today, of course, is this visa ban story. Now we do not know what to believe. We have been reporting that this is good news. We've seen congratulatory messages coming from different people, even those who are in opposition to Mr. President, applauding him for the lift of this ban. But now, looking at the statement that was issued from the UAE's news agency, there's no mention of that issue of the visa ban. So who do we believe? Again, the issue of the CBN, we're hearing that the special investigator is faulting CBN's audited reports, so they might put a hold on it. For those of you who have not heard, there's been fresh controversy over BVAs as tribunals give judgments. Yes. There has been fresh. So what are your thoughts on the BVA controversy and the PEPT aftermath? We want to hear your thoughts. And there's fresh hope for Banky W as tribunal sacks Labour's Atta and orders a supplementary poll in Eti-osa. But the question is, are we holding our breath for free, fair, credible elections in Eti-osa? 0700 993 993 993. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Yes, Mr. Chris, how are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Frank Bilari, when he mentioned Yurin Buhari, a rice mill, a light solemn, Keneko in Ebonyi State, at the end, we didn't see anything. Like you are saying now, look at the people. They hold the meeting quite all right. And they didn't talk anything about it. And some of his supporters have been congratulating the man, for job well done. Within 2 days, we'll be going to Dubai, we'll be going to this. For me, anything that comes out from Agbuleri, like the other former Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, count me out. Then for Emefiele, you're a professional. You're a professional. Why not look the president in the eyes and tell him, no, all these policies are wrong? Former President Jonathan said to his ministers, ready to give account of your stewardship. Let Emefiele give account of his stewardship. Okay. Thank you, Action Lady.
Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate it. Well, we're taking your thoughts. Your comments were live. Facebook.com/Nigeria Info 99.3. We're also live on YouTube. So just go there on the live stream. Post your comments. We'd like to hear your thoughts and your comments. You can send us a WhatsApp message. You can send us a tweet with the hashtag #HardFacts. We'd like to hear from you. Please use the hashtag because that's the only way I can actually see your tweets. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Please turn off your radio. Thank you very much.
Miriam.
Yes.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Prince YS, calling you from Amu Wardofin.
Okay, Prince, go ahead.
Thank you, my dear. You see, the bank, central bank, yes. If they are 10, if they are 10, if they are 50, if there are millions that involve in corruption, they should pick them. Because these people will rely upon them. But why should they touch our commonwealth? Where your salary is being paid, your allowance is being paid, they don't need to touch our money. So that investigator, I want him to continue. Anyone culpable should be taken to court. Now, number one. Number two, we thank Mr. President for visiting Dubai. As they said, somebody can't be laughing at Nigeria. We want this banning of it to be lifted. So maybe within 2 or 3 days, we will know the final result.
Okay.
But our wish is to lift the ban, and we want it to happen. Some people
All
not.
All right. Thank you very much. It's 1 minute. Don't forget, I don't have to remind you, do I? But it's 60 seconds, okay? Once I say hello and you say your name and where you're calling from, go straight to the point. It'll help us to get more and more voices on the show. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Aki calling from Ekeneland.
All right, Aki, go ahead.
Thank you. The Dubai visit was a success, either we like it or not.
Sorry, what do you mean by whether we like it or not? I'm sure that everybody wants that. But if there's some misinformation here, then we have to be able to make sure that the message that we're getting is almost the same thing that the Dubai government is putting out.
There will be flights in and out of this country to their country now.
By your order? By your order?
By my order. This is what they say. Are the flight coming to Pakistan?
Who's they? That's the question. That's the problem here. Ajuri Galali tells us one thing. We look at a message. Hold on, sir. Just hold on. The news agency of the United Arab Emirates has put out a different message, and there is no mention whatsoever about the lift on the visa ban. Is there something we're missing?
What of the flight, ma?
I don't understand.
What of the flight? Are the flight coming to Pakistan from Nigeria?
Did you jump on any flight this morning to Dubai?
Excuse me, not immediately.
No. So what flight are you talking about? What flight?
One of the flights has it not been granted?
We haven't gotten any information on that except what
Only
Ajuri gave to us.
Not immediate now. There are steps to be taken.
Okay, I'm not sure that you. I'm not sure you heard my question, and I understand what you're saying, that we need to be calm. But if we're getting information and it's conflicting, should we not ask questions? I mean, I'm not saying that, we should hate on Mr. President. What he's trying to do is novel. It's a conversation that needs to be had. I want to go to Dubai. I haven't been able to go in a bit. And I'm sure that there are lots of people who don't just go as I do on a holiday. They go there to do their businesses and they want those flights to be resumed. But if the presidential spokesperson is telling us one thing and the news agency of the United Arab Emirates is saying another, then there is cause for concern, right? Hello.
Hello, Marianne.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah. You have Christian Ogozelu calling from Ejibo.
Go ahead, please.
See, to me, Ajuri Ngelari is more of a propaganda minister than
Come on, guys. Let's not attack the man's personality. It might just be a mix-up or a loss in communication somewhere. But it's not about Ajuri. He's been giving information that's been right the whole time, right?
All right.
Okay.
Let me continue. Just like Oga Christian Walker said, who do we believe? Who do we really believe? Had it been that there's an agreement between the Dubai, the UAE, and Nigeria concerning this issue, they would have stated it in their own statement. How come it is only Nigeria now that is telling us that the visa this thing has been resolved and Nigerians can start going to UAE? If any of them eventually go there now is deported, who do we really hold accountable for? Okay. And for CBN, it is not only time there should be a shake-up. Even NNPC is also due for a shake-up. Enjoy your day.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. We appreciate it. Well, the big three stories for today, for those of you who are watching us live, because someone is asking me, where's the big three? Well, I'm going to give you the big three once again. The first story is that Tinubu special investigator faults CBN's audited report. And then, of course, I'm asking the simplest question, which is it about time for a shake-up in the CBN, or is this just a simple witch hunt? And another story here is the one I just finished arguing with one of the callers about. Well, there was a story that we've been running about the fact that there's been a lift in the visa ban between Nigeria and the UAE. But then there was another statement that was put out by the UAE's news agency of Nigeria, and they were silent on that issue of the visa ban. And so we're asking, what do we believe at this point? Still talking elections today. There's a fresh controversy about the BVAs as tribunal. Different tribunals across the country have been giving judgments. More and more questions about these BVAs. And I'm asking, really, where do you stand on this controversy of the BVAs? Because you see, the truth is, it's working for some, it's working against some. So really, what are your thoughts? About the chop for Banky W as tribunal has sacked, the Labour Party's ATA, and they're ordering for a supplementary election in Eti-osa. And we're saying, are we going to hold our breath? Can we really hold our breath? Or will we be seeing free, fair and credible elections in Eti-osa? And these are the big stories for today. For those of you who've been asking, join the conversation. 0700 993 993 993. That's 0700 993 993 993. If you are a lady, 01465 7190. That's the number for you to call. And you can send us a WhatsApp message on our WhatsApp portal. I'm just going to quickly take one quick call before we go on our first break this afternoon. It's still Hard Facts 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Sunday. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I'll say in the case of our prisons, the defense he went for, and all comes as a result of the foul report they give to us. You see.
What do you mean by foul report?
Yeah, so we all know what happened during our election, and we all know what is still going on. And we can't be having a government, and at the end of the day, they will be lying to us. So if
what
this
exactly
continues,
have they lied to you about? That's what I'm asking. Hello? Are you there? Well, I thought so. All right, this is a message on WhatsApp. I want to do that in the next 30 seconds. Good afternoon, Marianne. Okay. So talking about so many contradictory stories flying around, I just wish they save us all this drama and pranks and give us a better society to live in. It's pathetic. You didn't give me your name. Your message was also all over the place. This one says, I feel we should hold on to get a statement from the UAE before we believe in the lift of the ban, Mrs. Oboli. Ms. Oboli, there is a message, a statement from the UAE government, but they are silent on that ban. So we really don't know what to believe. We'll be back after this break, Lagos. Stay with us.
Information is all you need.
And that's all that matters.
99.3
Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Yes, it's the big three on Nigeria Info's Hard Facts 99.3. That is, of course, the dial. My name is Mary Anna Okon, and by the way, we are still taking your thoughts and comments on the big stories for today. And I'm still going to give you some background into the last two stories. I did give you just the headlines, but I'm still asking, what are your thoughts on all of these stories, especially the controversy over the BVAs and the CBN's situation where the special investigator has faulted the reports that have come from the CBN since the year 2016 to 2022. There have been discrepancies that have and irregularities that have been found in the financial accounts of the CBN, and that's somewhat raised a cause for concern. And we're asking, is it not time for a shake-up in the CBN? Or is it just a witch hunt of sorts? Because some people are calling it that. But we want to hear your thoughts on it. Now, let's go to the Banky W story. Let me give you some background to it quickly, guys, so you can, chime in. Now, the Parliamentary Election Petitions Tribunal has sacked Thaddeus Atta of the Labour Party as the winner of the House of Representative elections for Eti-osa Federal Constituency, according to the People's Gazette. Now, giving the judgment on Monday, the tribunal also ordered that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, conduct a supplementary election in 32 units within 90 days, as it has agreed with Banky W and Obanikoro that elections did not hold in about 40 polling units. So, my big question for today is, shall I hold my breath for free, fair and credible elections? Should we trust that things would go as planned? Again, we're still dealing with the controversy of the BVAs, but then many will say that if the courts worked in the favor of cancelling these elections so that they can be redone, then there is hope. Where do you stand? All right. And then, of course, the tribunal issues, I'm asking, because the 9th National Assembly amended the electoral law to produce the 2022 Electoral Act, which made provisions for the use of BVAs technology in the conduct of the 2023 general elections. The citizens' hope for credible polls was rekindled at the time. But there have been fresh controversies because of the different judgments that are emanating from the different tribunals across the country. And many questions have been raised about these BVAs and the role that they play in the elections. And I want to know what your thoughts are. 0700 993 993 993 0700 993 993 993. If you are a lady, 01 465 7190. That's the number for you to call. If you are on social media, please do well to join the conversation. We're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info 99.3, and also on YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. Drop a comment if you're watching us live. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
My name is Mary Anna Okon. Sorry,
Mary Ann.
Yes.
I'm very sorry, Jare.
It's all right.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
Go ahead.
I'm calling from Orilegum. You see, my take on this issue of CBN, whosoever they are bringing, it should not just be particular about Emefiele alone. Emefiele did not act unilaterally. That is one.
Okay.
Now, number two, how can I believe in Gilalis? The reason was because I won't forget the way he was so eloquent about the so-called rice pyramid. At the end, we saw what come out of it. Lastly, this, you see, it's not because of bad governance and bad leadership. Should we be celebrating that UAE lifts ban on visas for Nigerians? Instead, they are the ones that are supposed to need what we have. But it's the other way around. It is so painful when we have things like this.
Okay.
It's so painful. Lastly, for
your 60 seconds is over. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Your 60 seconds is over. I'm so sorry, Pastor Ladipo, but your 60 seconds is over and we have to stick to that. Hello.
Marianne, how are you?
Good afternoon. Where are you? It's so noisy there.
What you say?
It's very noisy where you are.
Oh, I guess it's quiet right now.
Okay, perfect. What's your name, sir?
A quick information for everybody out there. Save your fuel. If you are coming towards Oshodi, I don't know what is happening there. If the traffic is massive, you might decide to take another route.
Oh, wow.
That's just a quick information for anybody else.
All right, thank you.
Talking about Lekki, I think the tribunal has sacked the Labour Party aspirants
and putting up an election between the PDP and APC. That's going to be a very tough fight. Whichever way, I wish the two of them the best.
Okay.
Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you very much, and thank you for sticking to your time. And we're still asking that you join the conversation. These are the big three stories on the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station. It's Hard Facts, just in case you're just joining us. I'm Mary Aniko. Now, if you're watching us live on YouTube, go ahead and drop a comment. We'd like to hear from you. But let me, as I always do, share the love and spread it on social media. Let's see what's happening on Facebook. And then, of course, I will go to WhatsApp. And if there are any comments on our YouTube portal, I'd like to read from it. Someone here says, I don't believe this in this APC-led government, especially their well-trained propagandist spokespersons. We knew all the lies by the former information minister. Let's wait and see and confirm. Okay, let's all wait. That's from Alade Adewale. Safianu Bari here says, I think the current special committee set up by Mr. President to investigate the CBN under the leadership of Mr. Gordon Emefiele is more of a witch hunt on Mr. Emefiele. Why is it a witch hunt? Because you need to tell me. If you say it's a witch hunt, why do you think it is? And for those who think it's about time for a shake-up in the CBN, why do you think so? Okay. These are some of the stories we have here on Facebook. Let me go to WhatsApp quickly. This one says the UAE statement was given in general terms, while the Nigerian statement was in specifics. I would say let's just wait for a few days or weeks to see the practical actions of these statements. Tunde from Surulere, thank you very much. Very well put. Wow. Uchenna from Lekki says, Uchenna, I don't understand why you're asking me something about another person's show. How am I supposed to help you with this information, sir? Sorry, I can't help you. This one says, good afternoon, Marianne. Enjoying your program from the comfort of my home while working. Today's my birthday. Mercy from Ikorodu. Happy birthday. Mercy the dry cleaner. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Keep some cake for me, all right? Congratulations. Happy birthday, Mercy. All right, this one says, on the central bank investigation, it should not stop there. If the president wants to fight corruption, he should extend it to... Well, if you were listening to me, sir, I did say that it's not just going to end with the CBN. It's also extending to the Federal Railway Corporation and several other agencies of government. Mr. President has said this is in line with his fight, against corruption. So there you have it. David from Aguda. Yes. I'm sure that you were not listening when I was reading out the information in detail. Okay, this one says, hi, good day, Marianne. I want to wait until I see Nigerians going to Dubai and come back before I commend President Tinubu. Oh, you have little faith. These days in Nigeria, the more you look, the less you see. Is it not in this country that Buhari commissioned the Dangote refinery that's still under construction? Nigerian Cruz. Femi from Ikorodu. Why do you have such little faith, Femi? You have to grow your faith. You live in Nigeria. You should have a lot of faith. Larry from Ota says, Marianne, you said the UAE were telling you another story. Did I say that? Oh, my God. I said they released a statement and they were silent on the visa ban. The ban issue. I did not say that they were telling another story. Please, sir. They did not say anything specifically on the visa ban. That is what I said. Please do not misquote me, sir. But thank you, Larry. Abe from Ikorodu says, what Mr. Ngalale is telling journalists is always ask the source and do investigative journalism before flooding the news wave with positive nor negative reports. Okay, thank you, Abe. We're still taking your thoughts and commenting. If you're listening to us from outside of the country and you want to be part of the conversation, please, by all means, join us via Skype. Call us right now. We're Nigeria Info via Skype. Would like to hear from you. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to go back to the phone lines. We've still got a lot of time. The big three stories for today. Tinubu's special investigator faults CBN's audited account. Also, the issue of the UAE statement on the meeting with Mr. President. They have been silent on that visa ban lift. Yes, they have said nothing in detail about that. They were silent because they released their own statement to the UAE news agency, and there was no mention of it. Although we have been carrying the news that the ban has been lifted. Mr. President has been getting a lot of accolades from those who support him and those who do not support him. Also, the Electoral Act and fresh controversies over BVAs as tribunals continue to give judgments across the country. And finally, fresh hope for Banky W as tribunal sacks Labour Party's attack and orders supplementary polls in Eti-osa. I'd like to hear from you, Lagos. Join the conversation. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please turn off your radio. It's very important to turn off your radio before you call us. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Good afternoon, Ma.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hello, Ma. Good afternoon.
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm good. I'm calling from Bariga.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You say you are calling us you little faith.
Ye of little faith. You have no faith. How can you be in Nigeria and you don't have faith?
No, the thing that's happening in Nigeria, it makes us to have that little faith. You cannot blame us anyway. You cannot blame us. Okay, look at the airline that somebody under Buhari commission on the last day of Buhari government. Okay, what is happening? What will happen? They now go and borrow what do you call it? Plane. Ethiopian airline to come and commission, paint it Nigeria color, come and commission here. Is it functioning? So it's what we see.
But that was a different government, sir. You cannot be using my brother's sins to come and be punishing me, sir.
No, he said that we stopped where the last government stopped. Is that what we are hearing? Okay, what of NNPC? Let him go and if the man is serious to fight corruption, let him go and investigate that. Let him go and that NNPC. Let him go and touch NNPC too.
All right.
So
your 1 minute is over, sir. Thank you very much for calling. I just want to quickly put it in there again for the upteenth time. Mr. President's investigator is going to be running through most of these government agencies. I did say that. It's not just the CBN. It's going to also be the Federal Railway Corporation and other government agencies. I'm going to say it again so that when somebody else calls in and says, why are they not doing NNPC? Why are they not fighting? Please, other agencies, meaning NNPC is part of it. Hello. All right. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts. Oh, sorry about that. Call me back if that was you. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, good afternoon, Sandra. Abi, Miriam.
It's okay. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Chika.
Chika, go ahead.
Well, there's something there's a correction I want to make. There's a caller that called and said that the tribunal sacked Labour Party candidates in Eti-osa and ordered the rerun between Banky W and the APC guy. That's a misinformation. The tribunal only asked for supplementary election in additional 26 polling units in Eti-osa. So I believe, and I also believe that you should have also corrected that caller so that we don't go on actually misinforming
people.
There
is going to be supplementary elections.
But he said that Labour Party candidate is not going to be part of the supplementary election.
No, he's not sacked. No. He probably got it wrong.
But that's what the caller said. That's why I said you should have actually corrected.
I'm still going to read this story again and again for those who didn't hear.
And for me, for Ajuli Ngilali, I don't have any reason to believe in, because this is the same man that told us that President Biden is waiting for Tinubu in New Delhi. And after the G20 summit that lasted for about 5 days, we didn't see any picture of Biden. And
wow. That is so untrue. President Biden was there. President Tinubu was also there. I
said that we never saw a picture of both of them together.
But the president did speak on Mr. Tinubu and, wished him, in fact, he said something. No, your time is up. But I'd like to clear that. The president did have a conversation with President Biden. How did he say or congratulate him and again say that he's done well with handling ECOWAS and, of course, the economy of the country? They must have had a conversation. Maybe there was no photo op, but there was a conversation. So let's also not peddle. Again, I'm saying let's not attack Ajuri's personality. It could have been misinformation or, lost in translation, but let's not attack his person. Can we do that, please? Thank you very much. All right, let me take a call from Skype. Hello, Azu.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Azu.
Mariam.
Azu, where are you calling us from again?
Jakarta, Indonesia.
All right, go ahead.
So what are we celebrating? In fact, shouldn't we be ashamed that having this conversation that UAE have lifted the ban? The presidency comes in. A jury, of course, is doing his job. I understand. He comes and tells us he gives us the news of UAE, and we're celebrating it. The country of just 9 million people, Eti-osa and also the local government lift the ban, and we are celebrating it. They're not even telling us the terms and conditions of the lifting of the ban. Incomplete information. They're not even telling us that.
Why did it?
No. I'm just trying to tell you what are we celebrating? They're not even telling us that all the while they were the ban, the elites in Nigeria have been going. They were not suffering from the ban. Please look. When you are reporting the news, we should always let us as people even help the government. Even Nigerian Info, I saw it on your platform. The way the news is also reported, matters. The Nigerian Info I saw, with the seemingly pragmatic approach to governance, will Bola Tinubu's, weight over the mind of the people. What kind of question is that? What is pragmatic about this? What are we celebrating? What?
Where did you see that? Sorry.
Have a night. It's on Nigerian Info. Go and check today the lead. You reported the news. Presidency says you have been lifted, and you attached with seemingly pragmatic approach. What is pragmatic about it? What UAE lift ban? Shouldn't we be ashamed having the conversation in the first place? Have a nice day.
All right, Azu, thank you very much for calling. I don't know if ashamed is the word. I mean, like I said earlier on, people do business in the United Arab Emirates. People have their businesses in the United Arab Emirates. And most of them just are there because of business. They don't necessarily live there. And if they're not unable to go there to do their businesses, of course, they will be excited that that ban has been lifted because it affects their monies. So I don't know if it's shame that we should be talking about or something else, but I don't know if I agree with that term that should we not be ashamed. What are we ashamed of? I mean, if we're doing business with these people, if we're also enjoying from the flights that are going back and forth, then it's a good thing that the ban has been lifted. If it's been lifted, indeed. I know that we can be very emotional about these things, but then let's just tone it down a bit, just sincerely. All right, let's take some more of your thoughts. This one says, okay. People are now sending us photos of the President Biden. All right, this one says, during Galale's statement on the UAE is not too good if it's found out later that the government of UAE did not or is not in agreement. Well, in that statement that the UAE news agency put out, it did not expressly say if they had an agreement that they were lifting the ban. It was silent on that. Now, it could have been a conversation that was just had between the president and the president of the UAE. It probably was not part of their statement. But I also want to think that if it was not an agreed thing, we would not be bringing it, we wouldn't even make it public in this country, would we? So I'm guessing that the conversation has been had. It might not happen immediately, but then maybe, the president there has said, okay, well, we're lifting the ban. Something will be done about it. We're working on this and that. And maybe in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month, it'll start happening. But I don't want to believe that Ajuri Ngalale would want to peddle fake news. I don't want to believe it. You've got 5 minutes on the clock. If you are on Skype and you want to join the conversation, please feel free to do that. We're Nigeria Info on Skype if you're calling us from outside of the country. Someone here on WhatsApp says, INEC should be made to take punishment for its mistakes, for it not to be made example for others to sit up. I'm sure you mean for it to be made example for others to sit up. Thank you very much for your message, okay? Just saw in actually the ban isn't immediate. Continues. Nifreke, thank you very much. Nifreke from Itire. Okay. Somebody's saying I should give my callers more time, like 90 seconds. If I give one person 90 seconds, how many more callers? It's the same people that will say, these callers are talking for too long. Are we not going to talk? So everybody's going to have a fair day here on the show, 60 seconds, so we can have everybody have their say. If not, we're not going to be nice to everybody. So you can't be the only one that wants to talk for 90 seconds. Okay, 60 seconds is good enough. This one says, I think the ruling party said the election is free and fair. What is happening now in the tribunal all over the country? The central bank investigation, they shouldn't stop there. Let them go all around the ministries. We believe in Gelale, or can we believe in Gelale? What's happened to Pyramid Rice, the Nigerian Air? Let all of them be brought to book. Benjamin from Ikoyi. And Benjamin, just like I said earlier on, yes, the president, according to that statement that he put out last month, is going to continue, not stop with the CBN. They will go to the Federal Railway Corporation and other government agencies. If you're on Skype, go ahead and call me. I'll take your calls, okay? Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts. Oh, apologies, do call me back. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, the lines are jammed. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, how's your day today going?
Hello?
How's it going?
Great. Good day is going great. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Ekene call from Ikeja.
Go ahead, Ekene.
You see, I'm not trying to tackle you as a person, but there's something I don't like you asking concerning Galari. They're saying that we should not tackle his personality. Nobody is tackling personality. We are saying that he gives wrong information. And you're taking steps to him, saying that probably there's misunderstanding somewhere. What he should to us is different than what you are saying. So it shouldn't be, it's not him should be right by getting information before giving Nigerians. So to me, there's not like any misunderstanding. What he's saying is probably about Nigeria. They try to play galleries. And sorry to say that again, some journalists in Nigeria here, I don't like the way to do journalism here. People are scared of trying to manage these informations. Tell it the way it is. That's the working journalism. Journalism is here to checkmate. Yeah, we're getting wrong information.
Okay.
For example, now, you say you are representing Nigeria. Before you issue any information, you and UAE have an agreement in it. So when you are issuing, different than what you are saying. Okay. If we should we should tell the president of Nigeria or talking about the UAE, he should be talking because he just got information.
Okay.
It's like you working in Nigeria for now. Before you come on air, you have spread the information giving us now. Before you come on air. So if you mislead us, it's not we're going to hold responsibility. Or we should hold the MD of Nigeria for. So Glad is not misleading Nigerians.
Again, thank you for making your points. Your 60 seconds is over, but thank you very much. Interesting point that you've made. Ayo, you can call me back. Kenny, you can call me back. All those on Skype. I want to take your calls. It's just that when you call me, I'm on another call. Hello.
Mary
Please turn off your radio.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Turn off your radio, sir.
I have moved the radio.
I can still hear myself.
My name is Michael, and I'm calling from Lekki.
Michael, can you walk away from that radio? Ask somebody to turn it off. It's that simple.
I have walked away. I'm very, very far from it. I'm
All right,
so sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. The reason why I will not believe, how they call him, Ajuri. You know, that man work under Laya Mohammed. And you know his character. He copied from the man very, very well. There's nothing
I
that man
asked you a simple question
that
earlier
will make me
today.
to
Has he
believe
given
him.
you any fake information since he became spokesperson of President Tinubu?
Since Tinubu appointed him, all the things he has been saying, I have not seen anything that comes past. If truly that
He's not a
Joe
prophet.
Biden and Tinubu have the meeting, if the Nigerian part do not copy it, the US part will copy it. Please go to their website and check if there's any video there, because they don't do there's nothing that they're going to do that.
Okay.
They will not copy it.
Okay.
There's nothing.
Okay.
And
All right,
in
your
terms
60
of,
seconds is over. I'm so sorry. 60 seconds is the time that you have. I have 35 seconds on the clock before we go on another break, but let me just quickly read a message on WhatsApp. I really want to take the Skype callers, so once we come back from this break, if you're on Skype and you have something to say, please go ahead and call me. This one says, good day, Marianne. I want to wait and see Nigerians go to Dubai and come back before I congratulate Mr. President. These days in Nigeria, the more you look, the less you see. Femi, I think you have sent me this message before. No need sending it again, but thank you very much. We've got to go on that break. I don't have enough time. When we come back, I've got 2 minutes, and I'm going to be generous with my 2 minutes for a Skype call. How about that? Stay with us.
Mr. Man! Oh, see what you have done now! You have done this
all the government knows about is lies. How can you treat your people as if they're not part of your government? You lie about the food, the rice pyramid was a lie, aviation, road lie, fuel subsidy lie. In fact, the strength of this government was belts and lies. Please don't blame us, the citizens, because they fed us lies. Sam from Ilukbeju. Okay, Sam. This one says, good afternoon, Marianne. UAE is a desert country, while Nigeria is a fertile country. I don't understand why a fertile country should be excited about the lifting of a visa or flight to a desert land from Nigeria. To me, we shouldn't be discussing this. Lanre Bashir from K2. I like how we, have that superiority complex. It's great. It's good that you feel superior. It's good that you feel superior, but then you're doing business with people, whether we like it or not. We're not an island. We need these people while we do our businesses. So you can't also say, oh, because they told us that we shouldn't come, let's leave them. They're people who rely on those businesses and, trade relations for their businesses here and outside the country to grow. So let's not have that mindset. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't feel the way you feel, but it's important that we understand the dynamics of trade relations between countries. All right. Unfortunately, I'm not able to take that Skype call that I was hoping I would take. But we have to go now, Lagos. On the other side of the clock is Community You Report. So you will join the conversation. Be the reporter. I'll be your scribe. We'll give you the platform. Let's talk. I'm Mary Anacom. We'll be right back.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens.